Welcome to a Community Partners interview, where we explore the organizations, opportunities, and resources that look to make change in our daily lives. I'm your host, Jocelyn Dore, and you're listening to Voices for Ability Radio, all abilities, all the time. Today, I'm joined by Danny Foran, a board member and a participant representative with Challenge Golf. Challenge Golf, also known as Golf for the Physically Challenged, is a registered Canadian charity based in Oakville, Ontario. Their mission is to empower community members facing physical limitations, aiding them in their journey towards a more active and fulfilling life, both physically and mentally. They strive to expand opportunities for fellowship by providing a dedicated space, necessary equipment, and guidance. Their team of volunteers is committed to offering advice, tuitions, and encouragement, enabling participants to learn and play the game of golf to the fullest extent of their abilities. Thank you for joining us today, Danny.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad to be here.
So tell us more about you and what inspired you to work at Challenge Golf and to work with people with disabilities.
Okay, I guess I can just quickly give you an overview of what happened to me. In 2012, I had a hemorrhagic stroke that was fairly serious. And the neurologist said the size of the bleed, I had a bleed in my brain, was such that they were surprised that I even survived. So when I was about almost a year in hospitals, a couple different hospitals, about a year in a wheelchair when I came home, and then several months after that to get walking slowly with a cane. My deficits after the stroke were my entire left side was paralyzed. So I didn't, and I still, after all these years, haven't got any functional use of my left arm or hand. And my leg is partially good, so I got walking slowly with a cane. So after I got home from the hospital, you're sort of cut loose, and they don't. Well, maybe now they give you a little more guidance, but the hospitals are sort of okay, give you all kinds of information when you leave. But as far as doing things in the community, it was pretty limited what information they gave me. So my wife and daughter went searching all over for what could I do. I didn't want to be sitting at home. I wanted to do something. So they found a number of things for me to keep me busy. And then they found Challenge Golf, or Golf for the Physically Challenged, in Oakville. And so then I used to golf to some extent, not a lot, but I golfed before my stroke. So I was really interested to go and see what this was all about.
And how did they find out about Challenge Golf?
Oh, it was at that time they were searching. I guess it was searching the internet, and also I think I was attending some other programs and stroke survivor programs, and I think it was through searching online, and then a little bit. I think at the end we found someone at one of these things that had one of my programs I go to that had gone to Challenge Golf. So I contacted at that time I contacted the chair of Challenge Golf, which I found his number, I guess, online. Richard was his name, Richard Malinsky. He was the chairman at that time, and he was very warm to just tell me, come on out to the driving range. And when I arrived there, the first time I arrived there was in a wheelchair. And anyway, they got me up to the platform where I had to hit the ball. So they were very, very welcoming. Richard was just fantastic to welcome me. They had all kinds of people there. So that's how I guess my story and how I found out about Challenge Golf.
And how did you become a participant representative?
Well, again, from once I got involved in it for several years, got more comfortable with the people and more comfortable. Really, Richard, at that time, the chair, really became a good friend of mine. If I needed to go somewhere, he was always there to help me, to take me wherever I had to go. So he became a good friend of mine. Then he, after that, there was someone stepped down from the board, and he was looking for someone to fill a space because they had to have, I think their rules were their charter. Their rules were they had to have a minimum of 2 participants on the board, and then they volunteers. So that they were looking for someone, and he asked me, and I was really interested to do anything out there to get involved in whatever, because I really like to do that type of thing. So he invited me onto the board, and I jumped at that opportunity, and that's where I got involved more involved in the program.
That's good. It's definitely good to get involved in what you care about. How has challenge golf made an impact on your life?
Okay, challenge golf. The first, I guess, when I went there the first time, I, like I said, I used to golf a little bit, so I wanted to do something. So that it helped me with certainly with at that time I was still in recovery mode. I was going to physiotherapy and different things to help me. So it helped balance is one thing. The first time I swung the golf club at the ball. Like I hit it about 20 yards and almost fell over. Like with the swing, almost went flat on my face, but I held myself. I didn't fall, but almost fell. So then, as the months and years went on, I got better balance and more strength in my arm, more confident to swing a golf club. And before, I always say, before pre-stroke, when I used to play golf, like I said, not a lot, but I did like playing golf and I could pretty easily hit a drive 250 yards pretty easily. And like I said, the first time I swung a club, I hit it like 20 yards. Then now I'm up to usually 80 to 100 yards if things are going okay. So now I lost train of the thought of the question.
Just about how it's impacted your life, but it sounds like it was able to make you more confident and get you back into the game of golf. So you answered that question pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely. And the other side of it was the physical side of it helped me. Then the social side was really good too. I've met all kinds of, I mentioned Richard, who was in charge of it that time, good friend now. And I met several other people that had strokes. You can share stories and your journey on trying to do things with strokes. So yeah, I met a lot of people there that are various different physical or mental issues. So that was the social side is always good, chatting to people. We have a barbecue once a year, and the social side of it is also fun. And then the physical side, like I mentioned, it strengthened very number of things and gave me more balance, etc.
Yeah, I know. I'm a curler and I'm the same way. I like the game, but I like the social aspect too. It's definitely very important.
Oh, that's most interesting because I used to again do a little bit of curling, not a lot. But now, of course, with my stroke, there's no way. Like I can walk slowly with a cane. But I'm researching that. I understand that they can. I might be able to do curling with just a push a stick or whatever. So I'm looking into that actually for the winter because I cannot traditional bowling or curling. There's no way I can do it. I'm not physically able to.
Now, I know we talked about this a little bit in question one, but can you share with us your success story?
My success story. You mean from my entire stroke journey or just through challenge golf?
Well, I guess start with your stroke journey and then through challenge golf.
Yeah. Okay, sure. Well, like I said, I had a very serious stroke in 2012. And it basically, I came home in, like I said, wheelchair for a year. So and then the recovery was like very slow, step by step, just baby steps at a time. And trying to walk with the cane, I was just terrified really to walk with a cane. I thought I was going to fall over because I got weakness on my left side. And doing a lot of things, then I had to learn to do various things, like even like making a sandwich or doing things around our condo. I can do certain things, I can help do a number of things, but my journey was just learning different things from different people, different programs I went to. So it's quite a journey. And the physiotherapy, I'm still taking physiotherapy because I've got what they call spasticity. And it's when you have had a stroke, some people get your muscles just contract. And so you tighten up. So I have to do a lot of stretching. I still do that every day. And so the physiotherapy was, they helped that. I can't say enough about the physiotherapists. I've had several of them in the hospital. And now I go to a private physiotherapist and they're just fantastic what they can help you come physically. And then the mental side of it, I went through that journey. Some people, like the neurologists say, about 50% of the people who have had a stroke, it messes up your chemical balance in your brain. So the chemicals that sort of keep you on an even keel some things get messed up, and you go and you can 50% of people within 2 years can go into pretty deep depression. So that didn't happen exactly to me. I mean, in the hospital, fighting through some dark, rough days was there, but I was lucky I didn't. I think my family support was great, super. So I think that helped me a lot. I didn't really get into that depression thing that I know other people have seriously. So my journey on that front was good. So I was happy with that, and I could talk. Some people have aphasia after a stroke, that you can't express yourself or can't talk. So my family was just, my daughters, I got two daughters, they were so happy that there's some people that couldn't hardly say a word. I had that for about 2 days, and then that sort of went away. So I didn't have that trouble. So I didn't have to go through speech experts and stuff. So anyway, it was a long journey. Like I said, a very long journey. Had to stay positive, and getting involved in a number of different programs, including Challenge Golf and a number of other programs for stroke survivors. That helped me through the whole recovery process. And then, like, it took me to, like I said, to Challenge Golf. I found that, and I've loved it. It's been very good for me.
That's good. It definitely sounds like it has. Now, what is something that you see happening over and over again to individuals with disabilities that shouldn't be? And how do you think it could be stopped?
Okay, that's a big, interesting question. Not to give myself a plug, but I did write a book, which is just I completed, and I've got pages about that. There's a number of things for people with disabilities in the community that, I mean, people are trying, but there's still room in Canada, Ontario, that, the building codes and the people they're trying very hard. And there's definitely been a lot of improvement, but I don't want to, I know that is there, but there's still day-to-day basis that myself and others with disabilities run into. Like, what examples could I give you? Well, the automatic door openers on doors. I think about 50% of them, at least, maybe at least, when we go to open a door, hit the button, it doesn't work. And seriously, it's a lot. And then washrooms, to get the washrooms in some facilities is literally impossible. They'll be, downstairs, and you can't do it. And even in fairly modern buildings, I have experienced. It says accessible washrooms, and it is absolutely not accessible. If you're in a wheelchair, it would be almost impossible to use. So I know the building codes are there, but there's still a lot of examples out there in the community where people are or contractors or the community are not really taking into account all disabilities. And there's a number of things that I could talk about, but I still think there's room in the community. Building codes, like I said, they're getting much, much better, but there's still, if you actually get in a wheelchair or have a walker, or even me walking with a cane, you will run into, even in downtown Toronto, I ran into a number of serious deficiencies down there that would make it impossible for people to get around. So there's some things that are good, but we continually run into, people with disabilities continue to run into various places without grab bars, different things. That if you have to go into a hotel, they usually maybe they'll have one or two accessibility rooms that they call, with walk-in shower with grab bars and different things. But maybe they'll have one or two rooms. They don't. Some of them are, some places are much better. There is obstacles out there that are still. I mean, nothing is perfect, but there's still improvements needed, I think.
Definitely. So can you tell us a little bit more about the annual barbecue that Challenge Golf holds?
We run our program out of T-Zone in North Oakville, and T-Zone they have a driving range there, and the barbecue. Okay, and then we each year a company, usually we've gone to different companies. They've donated the food. We've had hamburgers, different things. So we've had actual companies that say, okay, we will fund this and donate the food. So that's great. And we get everybody that's involved, all the volunteers and all the participants, and their family if you want. So we have the food supplied generously by some different organizations, and volunteers help us. So we've got they've got indoor and a big patio at the T-zone driving range we go to. So lots of people get together, and they help us if we need help to bring food to our table. And it's just a sort of a celebration. It's great to just everybody gets together, and it's just a fun thing to do. That is a really good one. Yeah, everybody enjoys going to that.
Yeah, it does sound fun. When you're out talking to people about challenge golf, what are some of the myths and misconceptions that you hear?
Okay, some people when they contact us, they think that we are a school that we will, oh, good, great golf. They think that we're going to be almost professionals, offering them advice how to golf with one arm or whatever your difficulty is. That's not really the case. We invite whoever wants to come. We've had people with amputees, people with MS, lots of people with strokes or brain injuries. But we have very, very good volunteers, excellent volunteers that help us keep us safe to get up to the tee where we have to hit the golf ball, and just to watch us, make sure. Some of them are very good golfers that are volunteers, and they help as much as they can. I should mention that. So most of the volunteers just try to help. They're not a golf school, but we do have at T-Zone. They have one chap that is actually a golf pro, and he's busy with other things, but he volunteers his time when he can. He'll come and go one-on-one, where spread his time. And he's excellent. He's for me, he spent maybe only 10 or 15 minutes with me and really helped me on my stance, on how I swing the golf club, how I hold it. So so that's a misconception. Some people think, oh, we're a golf school, which isn't correct. And a lot of people just don't understand, but we tell them, come on out and take a look at us. So a lot of people have done that, which is good. They'll come out for an afternoon and look at what we do, and then they better understand. And some people, wonderful. We have some people that said, oh, this is not for me. I didn't realize this is exactly what was going on here. So that's okay. But we have a lot of people come out, just take a look at what's happening and love it, and they'll join up. So that's I don't know if I'm answering it all, but misconceptions. That's about really what we. Otherwise, it's people go on our website and they understand sort of what they're getting into.
What is the one thing that everybody absolutely needs to know about challenge golf?
I think what they need to know is if you've got a disability of any nature, come out and try it. It's just a driving range, but we do, once you get comfortable with that, we do have twice a year, we go to a actual real golf course, and they shorten up the course for us, and we got one-on-one volunteers, that drive us in golf carts, and the golf course lets us go right up to where the ball is, and we actually have and then it's fun, you get out there on a real golf course with the wind blowing, you smell the grass cutting everything. It almost takes you back to when you actually, at least for me, when I could actually golf. So the people getting into that's one thing that we try to tell them. Twice a year we do an actual out at a golf range, and some people can do it very well. Some people need a lot of help. So other than that, let's see what they should know. Well, they should know that they're welcome, and then if it absolutely welcome to come and look at challenge golf, and if they maybe that's what we normally tell a lot of people. Please come on out and look at us and just see what we're all about. See what we do at the T-Zone, and then you can talk to people, the volunteers, and sort of get a better sense of what's happening. So one thing I think we try to stress, you can't see everything on the website. We can't explain everything, but if you come out, have a look at us, you're going to get a good idea of what you're getting involved in.
As a challenge golf participant, are there any modifications or accommodations to the equipment required to play golf? Like, can you play with a standard set of clubs?
Yes, we've got again great donations from some people. We've got quite a range of clubs. You don't have to bring any clubs. You don't have to bring any golf balls because that's supplied by T-Zone. And so we have golf clubs, both left and right, depending on your needs. We have some golf clubs with special grips, like they've made it so your hand will grip easier around the golf club. So some people use those. Like I don't. I've got pretty good use of my strong right arm and hand. But there is specialized. We've got some custom golf clubs, and we've got some shorter clubs if you need shorter clubs. So we've got quite a variety of golf clubs over the year. People have donated, but other than that, we have automatic ball feeders. So when you get up onto the tee, if your balance isn't good or you're a little bit unstable, a volunteer will be with you if they feel you want to keep you safe in case you're going to fall or stumble or something. They'll make sure you get safely up onto the pad where you hit the golf ball. And we got automatic feeders. You take the golf club and just hit a little button, and the golf ball feeds out onto a rubber type teeth that. So you don't have to lean over to place the ball on a tee. So it automatically comes out of a ball feeder type arrangement. So that's vital for some people that might have balance problems. But as far as we are outside, so we always tell people we've got some shaded area tent, but not a lot. So we always stress, hats, clothes, sunscreen, water, all that type of thing. So that is as far as specialized equipment. You can just show up, and some people have dragged their golf clubs with them. That's not necessary. That could be quite a chore if you haven't got someone to help you. So we have the golf clubs with automatic feeders. So that's if someone is worried about a lot of people that phone us and want to join, they say, "Oh, I've got golf clubs." You don't really need them. We've got them, and we've got some specialized, customized, different lengths golf balls. What else did I think of here? Oh, we've got one example. One lady that's permanently in a wheelchair. She can't walk. She's in a wheelchair, and we've made arrangements that she can pull her wheelchair right up to the edge of one of the pads, and she can hit. It's arranged perfectly that she can hit the golf ball. So, if we get depending, we'll try to help customize things if there's a need. That's an ongoing process. We've had the March of Dimes. They got an engineering. They get engineering students. We are on a this isn't complete. We're sort of on a journey to get We've had a balance beam. So if people are going to fall over or their balance isn't good, we had a balance beam, but it's not. We had to take it out of service now because it just wasn't work. It was not working the way it should. It was not really safe. So we're working on trying to do that. We haven't got that yet. So anyways, it's sort of an ongoing. And T-Zone are looking. We're trying to get better access to the like a concrete walkway right to the platform or where you hit. Right now, it's reasonable. There's a little bit of an incline to get up, but again, people help you. Yeah.
That's good. So we're pretty much out of time, but if listeners are looking to get involved or try challenge golf or to get more information, how can they reach out to you?
I think the easiest way, if you Google Challenge Golf Oakville, you will get to our website, and most of it's I think it's a pretty good website. One of our people are very tech savvy. So we've got a pretty good website. There's a phone numbers you can contact, emails you can contact. There's a sign up form right online. There's a waiver that you have to do right online before you come to a waiver form. So the easiest way to get in contact with us is the our Challenge Golf website. You get all the contact information you need there. I think that is. I mean, I could give you my phone number, or email if you want, but
probably easier if people just do it that way you suggested.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you again for joining us today, and it was really interesting to learn about Challenge Golf.
Okay, thank you so much for having me, and thanks for making me more aware of your station and what you do. I didn't realize that, so that was education for me, and I was so happy that you could, get me involved with talking to you. It's been great.
This has been a Community Partners interview on Voices for Ability Radio. All abilities, all the time.